Right, guys, welcome. I've got a really nice project for you here today. So I'm going to be using a combination of 1x8, 8x1 pine and some 12mm plywood, hardwood ply. I think it's, I don't know what face it's on it. I don't know if it's poplar or whatever, but it's a nice bit of plywood. So I was gifted these saws from Temple Tool Company. I'm not sponsored in any way. They sent them me to try out and, put them on a video or whatever. I'm going to be straight up with you. So I was wanting to do a project along this lines a while back. If you remember the other box I made, one that I will be coming back to in the future, it was something to do with tools. I wanted to fit into it, but I've got another idea for that now. So what I'm going to be making here is a really smart Japanese tool cabinet. So a lot of you have probably noticed I'm some hand tools are creeping into sort of me woodworking, and I don't know what it is. I don't know how you guys are, but I tend to watch a lot of Japanese carpenters and joiners on YouTube, and I'm being influenced and sort of took down that road. And I don't know why. I've got nothing against Western tools or anything like that. There's a combination. I'm going to be using a combination of everything, really. But I want to start trying adding a few hand tools into it. Now, I don't know what it is, but if someone can explain to me why I'm edging towards the Japanese tools, I have not got a clue why. The ones that I've used, I've found really sort of nice to use. And then I watch these guys, some guys, and honestly, the stuff that they produce is absolutely mind-blowing. There's some really good, troll through YouTube and have a look and develop your own sort of style for making stuff. It really will pay you dividends. So I'm just making sure everything's cut to size here. Now wait to the end, because what I did is I bought some other tools to go along with this build, what I'm going to be using in the future, and I'm going to be trying some projects with hand tools, a combination of hand tools and power tools. So I'm just setting up my little router table here. Now this is the first time I've really used it properly, so I'm just getting used to it. This is why I'm going really slow with everything, because it's just one of them learning curves. So if you do get a new tool, just take it nice and easy with it. Make sure that you just take your time, watch your fingers. I'm doing everything in a controlled environment. Now I'm just cutting a rabbit, rebate, whatever you guys want to call it. I'll just call it what we call it over here, which is a rebate. You guys in America and Canada probably call it a rabbit or whatever it is. A rabbit to me eats carrots and lives down an hole in a field. Or, if you like Shelley and she's from Yorkshire, she likes eating them. No, I'm only joking. So I thought I'd just try a different few things here. So the miters, I thought I'd try the miters on my miter saw, just to see how they come out. So here's the ply. I'm not sure what sort of face. Is it birch? It's not birch ply. Birch ply is mega expensive. So I'm just getting in a bit more practice here with my circular saw, what I bought. I just thought I'd give it a try. I just want to break myself in gradually to some of these tools. Now, I know it's a power tool. It's not a traditional hand tool. It's not a saw or anything like that. But, you will see over the next coming months and years, I'll be incorporating some hand tools as I get used to them. And all the mistakes I make, I'm going to show you. So I'm just putting this section of the box together. So this box is going to have 3 sections to it. You'll see as and when the video goes on. So I'm just making sure everything's squared off camera, and I made sure it was squared on the inside. So I'm just using glue here to sort of now, because of the size of it, I didn't want to do it how I normally do it with tape. So what I did was I sort of let it sit up a little bit, and then sort of taped it as and when I went round it and sort of squared everything up. Is that the right way, or is there another way to do that? If you'd let me know in the comments again, some of you guys out there who are brilliant at this kind of thing, will let us all know. And I'm just going through here, the plywood, just cutting it down. Again, making sure everything is spot on. And I'm just running over it with a really light, there's just a few marks on it I just want to get off. So again, somebody in the comments last week told me to turn the rafter square round. So there's a mistake. Look, I cut it the wrong size. And these are the mistakes you're going to come up against. Now, I'm sort of limited here to what I had. So luckily, I had a piece left that just fit. Now, this is one of the other sections of boxes. So I'm just tacking the backs in with some glue, and I'll use some brad nails. Now, that fit is not absolutely perfect. You can't see it on the camera, but, you know, it could have been another sort of 2 mil longer, maybe a mil longer, and it'd have been perfect. So now I'm just laying out for the saws. And obviously, when you're doing sort of layout and stuff like that, it's quite hard. So what I did was I taped them edges round, and I have some of them corner clamps. I watched another video, and I got some inexpensive off Amazon. And it seemed to work really well. So I'm just putting the flat grind blade onto me job site saw here. I love this saw, this DeWalt saw. So while it's open like that, it's just time to give it a good clean inside. So I'm marking out for some splines here, as you can see. This is time gone by. I think this may have been the next day, and everything was glued up. So I'm just raising the blade to make sure I'm not going to go too far. The plug's out, the power's off there, so that's not going to turn on. So again, I keep saying it, I said it on the last time I used this jig, I'm going to have to make another jig. It's starting to get a bit past it now. So I have seen some that you can sort of buy, but I'm going to make one. I think I'll make one. I'll make another video of me making another sort of jig. So I've just set that offset right into the centre of that as best as I can. And just keep everything in control. See, I nearly dropped it off the back of the jig there. So I just want to do some modifications to the next one I make. And I'm just going nice and slow, making sure everything's nice and safe. So I did get a chance to use these on a few little bits over the last week, these Temple saws, Temple Tools Company saws, and they're really good. They are good. You know, I think they're a USA brand, and they're made in Japan, but they're designed in the US. So if you want to give them a try, if you guys in the States and in Canada and Australia want to look them up that way, but there's a company in the UK that's the distributor for them who I bought some tools off. You'll see in the end, bought with my own money, called Tyzac Tools. I'll leave links in the description for you all to sort of go and have a look. And the distributor in the UK, like I say, Tyzac Tools, they sell like a range of Japanese tools, all Western sort of tools. But these saws, I can't fault them. And I want to say thank you to Temple Tools for sending them to me. So that's the sort of mock-up as it is now. I just wanted to make sure I got everything right. And where I brad nailed them in, I just want to punch the nails down a bit. You know I'm having trouble with me brad nailer, not sort of sinking them enough. So I didn't have a punch, so I just sort of randomly found something. I just want to check that everything's sort of level. I'm just trying my best to get more accurate in what I do. And just sanding over everything now. Here I'm using a 150 grit sandpaper at the moment. I'm just getting any sort of rough edges, sort of eye spots off that I may have cut slightly out, or any sort of saw marks, that kind of thing. Just making it nice and smooth to the touch. Just taking my time in general. So I'm going to go one bit further and sort of route over the edges. So I'm just setting it up here. So I'm using a scrap block of wood just to get me depth that I want, and it's a chamfer bit. I think it's a 22.5 degrees chamfer bit. Now, as you can see there, it's sort of not supported well, so just be careful when you're going around. It's supported well there on the side. It's just on the open sides it's not supported. But again, just be wary, have your wits about you, and take your time. I'm getting good with these camera angles, aren't I? I don't know what's better. My camera angle's getting better, or my woodworking's getting better. So, what I've gone with to support the tools in the box is rare earth magnets and just little strips of wood here and there, just to sort of give it like a clean sort of vibe to it. So I'm just tapping the rare earth magnets in there, gluing them in with some, what's it called, that glue you use, and then you use some spray on it, and it I forget the name, it's on the tip of my tongue. So as you can see there, I'm just sort of laying everything out, making sure it fits right. And some of them I'll screw down, and some of them I'll just simply glue. CA glue, that's it, CA glue and activator. Just for some of the lighter stuff. So the screwdriver, I'm just using a screwdriver. I'm not going to use a power screwdriver with this, because I just want to, you can sort of feel the sort of torque in your hands when it's right, what you just don't get with a power screwdriver. I mean, some of you guys that are more that are professionals and have been doing it years will know what you're doing there. But for sort of beginners and hobbyists like that, just go in with an hand screwdriver. You can feel it bite a bit more. So there you can see that'll be for something small there, and it works really well. Now, eventually I will come back to this, and I'll do a few modifications, no doubt. I'm making this for the video. At the moment, I don't know where I'm going to put it in my workshop, but I will put it up somewhere. I'm sort of torn between putting it up on the wall or putting it up on the wall outside and making a sort of locking thing for it. So I'm just going down the side here with my ruler, which is straight, just to make sure everything's nice and straight. Just tapping it in, just taking my time, making sure everything's nice and level, and I'm marking it down from each end 9.5 centimetres. Don't know what that is in inches. I think it's about just short of 4 inches. Just for these external sort of industrial looking stainless steel hinges, which I like the look of. Now, I will be doing some videos where I'm going to be learning about, cutting hinges in with chisels and stuff like that. So make sure you're watching, because obviously I'm going to make mistakes, but it's one of them things. We make mistakes, you learn from them, don't you? So again, I'm just using the screwdriver, ratcheting screwdriver, and you can just sort of feel it just as it bites. And what I'll do, I just won't go all the way at the moment. I'll just make sure everything works proper as it should. And some of the tools I bought from Tyzac, which you'll see at the end of the video, some of them need sort of tuning up. Like I bought a set of chisels, Japanese chisels. There's 3 stages to tuning them up. I couldn't get all that in on this video, but I will do. I might do a standalone video or just on the chisels. So now I've got everything how I want it. I'll go back in and sort of like feel the sort of bite on there, making sure that it feels right. And I like the way the routers just sort of like put that shadow line in. So for the front here, this is good. This Japanese oil. Honestly, I don't know if that's what they call it and all or not. I ain't got a clue. It's razor sharp. I mean, it's not a razor, obviously, but it's mega, mega sharp. Better than a traditional oil. Honestly, you want to get one, and they're cheaper as well. Wherever you are, look them up, them Japanese sort of oils. I don't know what they call them. So this hardware here, I just bought off Amazon, these sort of like latches. They're not very good, if I'm perfectly honest with you. I wouldn't recommend them. They're not very good at all. If you know pictures, sometimes could be deceiving. They work for this project, they'll work, they work all right for this project. But if you're going to be doing a really smart project, and I've seen some of the guys saying use real high quality hardware, and now I know why. So, it's lesson learned. I don't like the feel of these. They feel cheap. You get what you pay for, don't you? But sometimes pictures can be misleading, and they should be, it shouldn't be allowed, really. I mean, they look like iron latches when I bought them, but when they come, honestly, they're not. I was a bit sort of shocked. So I'm going over everything now with I think it's a 220 grit hand sand, just making sure everything's nice and feels really nice. And I'm just writing the Wood Junkie on the back there. So when one of my grandchildren, maybe, or great-grandchildren in years to come, know it'll be made in, 2025 by the great-granddad or whatever, and I hopefully one of them will be into woodworking. So I'm just going over everything with a Danish oil. I'm not staining this. I don't want to stain this. I think I've said in the videos before, I like simplistic things. Like Danish oil, tung oil, that kind of stuff. Just watch what it does here. It just absolutely pops that there. And I love it. And the smell, the smell of Danish oil, you can't beat it. Shelley thinks I'm nuts. I like all these things. So all the sort of like, I call them sort of like more natural finishes. I'm sort of like that. So just blow everything out. Make sure there's no sort of dust in there, any debris. And I'm just doing the insides as well. This is an unnecessary step, but I just wanted to do it. I wanted to finish the job off right. Now, I'm not happy with some of the magnets. They could have been a bit stronger, so I'll probably swap some of them magnets out at some point. Some are all right, but the concept of it works really well with the rare earth magnets. That's some oil you can put on the saws. Got that separately. Just to condition your saws, keep them in nice condition. So all these tools that I'm putting in here are all Japanese or Japanese inspired. I like using them. The rulers, they feel good in the hand. The sort of squares, they feel really good. That all, I got that from Tyzak, felt really good. These swords from Temple, which Tyzak sell, they're really good saws. And as you can see there, let me know what you think down below. There's the chisels there. What I'll do a separate video on them and sharpen them up and sort of tuning them up. And them little clamps there, the little brass clamps, you can get them in different sizes there. I've got them for some more box making I want to do. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of my tool cabinet. I quite like it. I really, really like how it's turned out. And if there was smell-o-vision there, that Danish oil, oh my word. It smells better than cake. So you could build this, customize it to whatever size you wanted, how many tools you've got. I haven't got many Japanese tools, as you can see, but I'll be working with these in future videos. You will see them being used. There's its finished. There's the outside of it, all finished. Let me know the colour of the wood, the contrast of the wood with the hardware. What do you think? Should I use brass, maybe? I like the look of stainless steel, personally. There's the little splines that are in there just to add that little pop. Thanks for watching. You're all amazing. And I hope you all like it. Let me know what you think. It's a bit different for me, this one. And I will see you on the next video.